Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Workshop, featuring Chronicle, Runescape Legends. In the previous episode we won 2 games and we're gonna play 2 more games right now. It's not really that interesting compared to something like Duelist, where I had a lot of cards. I'm mostly just grinding out my enemies. So I think this is the first time we'll ever find an Ozan. And Ozan's a thief guy, and his entire shtick is about gaining a ton of gold. Oh, and bursting people to death. Because he has a lot of cards that allow him to strike the rival. And striking the rival is essentially get a free attack in on the rival, which is really good.
Blood to me.
You should keep the bash because Ozan uses weapons. It's not a bad start. We can do 4 Scorpion, Brute, Brawler, Tortoise. Or rather, Brawler, Brute, Scorpion, Tortoise. Yeah. So I think it's usually good that if you're first, you order your cards in what will mess me up the most if my opponent messes with it to the least. So actually, I think I should do Brawler first, then Tortoise, to ensure that I have this armor to spend for my draw cards ability.
Fast.
So yeah, Ozan has a lot of ways to
Well
cheat
done.
gold costs and all that stuff. Oh, he has the weapon now. So hopefully he doesn't use up all of it during this. I hope he uses all of it. Steal up to 1 base attack from the rival. This is gonna be atrocious. Oh no. So now I can't really mess with my creatures, and this is gonna be bad. Now I can't kill any of my creatures decently. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna have to use the...
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
Alright, so I'm okay with discarding one of these cards and hopefully just get back my ability to actually kill the creatures in my hand.
My path is decided.
Yes, my path is decided. So yeah, my deck's not really the best deck, so it's gonna lose to certain matchups. But hopefully this bash is gonna mess him up really bad. It seems like it's not gonna mess him up that much. This guy has a lot of decent cards.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
So he's coming out on top on a lot of these turns. Scorpion, that was one of the cards I didn't want to discard. Okay, so we have to find a way to recover. So I'm gonna guess that he's gonna try to gain a weapon somewhere in the middle. So I'm gonna bash here against what may be my better judgment.
What's up?
Yeah, I think that's an okay play.
My path is decided.
So if he decides to gain a weapon in the first card, I will remove it immediately. That was a car. I live in a very crowded place. So when your neighbors blast their horns, your neighbors blast their horns. So he didn't try to gain a weapon, which is bad for me. My read was off. So he's just gonna heal. This is actually getting real close on the final fight.
Here.
So I'm gonna heal with my Romley. And he's just gonna keep healing up. This gives me an idea of what his deck is. He's gonna try to win the final fight on me. So he's not a striker deck, he's trying to win the final fight. Which means that if I lower his health enough during the before the final fight, I should be okay. Now hopefully we draw a penguin. Nice. I'm okay with discarding one of these two. But I won't have enough gold for a Dodecan's cannon should I draw it. So I think I should do Fight Cauldron instead.
My path is decided.
Yeah, I think this is the better play. So I'm okay to discard the Assault or the Doric. And hopefully this is setting up for a Dodecan's cannon next turn. Because if I get a Dodecan's cannon, I'm set. So that was an Assault. So he's just gonna gain one base attack here. So I should have double his health. Oh, never mind. So it's Dodecan's cannons or bust. He just healed off all the damage. So at least one Dodecan's cannon would be more than good enough for me.
This is the final confrontation. I must prepare.
So there's nothing I can do but just leave it to the math.
My path is decided.
Hopefully this ends up winning us the game, but we didn't draw a single Dodecan's cannon, and sometimes you just get unlucky, you know? Oh man, yeah, I think I lose.
You humans are all lucky.
Yeah, he has like quadruple my attack now. Oh wow, these Culinaromancers. So this is the type of deck that can just play by itself and it should win most of the time.
Here.
Are you serious?
Pies.
Armor hit? Oh no. So I absolutely lose this game. And that shows the weakness of my deck, is that it doesn't really have a lot of good cards, but this guy...
Twice as strong.
This guy had so many good cards. It was kind of crazy. So we'll play one more game. So that was a really good Ozone fight. And it just goes to show how powerful Ozone can get. Oh, it's an Ariane? Adrian? Ariane, it's Ariane, right? Excuse me.
First blood to me.
So we can mulligan the Doric. And I think the first play will be these first four cards. I'll keep the Dodecan's cannon this time. Yeah, I'll just keep it. Mostly because, you know, I think my problem with that last game was that I mulliganed the Dodecan's cannon. If that was the last game...
My path is decided.
because I basically forfeited the ability to burst him down. And maybe I should be keeping the Dodecan's cannon instead. Even if I draw more than half the deck, sometimes you just don't see it. And this deck really levies on using it, so maybe it's very important to do that. So that was the usefulness of that card. He was able to benefit from it without me benefiting from it at all. So that's really good on his part. He's gaining a lot of gold, and it seems like... Dang. So he's trying to mess with my strategies. So I need to draw a penguin or I do nothing for the rest of the game. Oh, this is gonna be a rough ride. This is gonna be a rough ride. So again, this is a problem with my deck. Again, it hates having its base attack lowered. Because now I can't beat this Void Brawler efficiently. So hopefully we draw into a penguin. My prayers have been answered. Penguin. So that brings us to 2. So do we have more ways of gaining armor? I can gain 3 armor here. I'm gonna cannon next turn, so I should probably Ali Morrison.
How can I be of service?
So it's a good thing that my cannon wasn't the one that was discarded. Of course, that was a risk I had to take. It's a good thing I have no next creature. So we don't have to worry about that card. So he drew 3 cards at the cost of 2 health and some gold.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
So I took 5 damage. My Dodecan's cannon's now gonna deal 6 less damage, I think. Or 3 less damage, I think. So yeah, it's not that important, but it's still a big bummer, you know? So it was really good to put the Void Brawler up first. This is the advantage of being player 1. Your cards go first, which is really important.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Yes, you should be careful. So this will draw me up to max cards next turn, which is good. Yeah, that should be good enough.
Path is decided.
So this will deal some considerable damage to the opponent. 10, I think? Yup, 10. So he's just chucking away my armor, which is bad. Ow. Oh, but he is taking a lot of damage. At this rate, I think a single Dodecan's cannon can kill him. Yup, that is the case. That is absolutely the case. A cannon will kill him. And since I'm first turn, any source of damage will kill this guy. And I have the Goblin Brute to do it. So essentially, if you guys haven't really noticed by now, my deck is aggro. It goes face a lot. It has lots of damage sources, which makes it really good for dealing with opponents who aren't prepared for it.
I have low health. I must be careful.
You know what? Let's overkill him. We assault. We do this. We bash. And you know what? Let's Romley just for the heck of it. So the reason I do this is because maybe something might go wrong and this doesn't end up killing the opponent. So just in case, I'll have a play instead.
Is decided.
Because carelessness can cost you games, and I'm not really the expert in this game, so I don't know all the interactions just yet. So I'm not gonna take any risks and just play the turn out properly by trying to overkill him. Goodbye.
My victory was inevitable.
Yes, it was. So gaining some experience and all that good stuff. Rank 20. Okay, and that pretty much does it for this episode of The Workshop. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, do put them in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to answer. Without much else to say, thanks for watching, and good night.